This is Tales and Whispers, where every story is felt, not just heard.
All right, today we're going to dive into a story that starts in a pretty ordinary place, a sports stadium. But what it reveals about human connection is, well, anything but ordinary. Let's get right into it. So, I want you to keep this question in the back of your mind as we go through this. Can a single, tiny, fleeting moment completely flip our whole idea of what it means to be strong? Okay, so picture this. The year is 2019. We're in a stadium in Orlando, and there's that buzz in the air. You know, that energy you only get right after a big professional soccer match.
It all kicks off with just a single glance, a look that honestly changed everything. So the game's over. Orlando Pride player Carson Pickett is doing what athletes do, walking along the stands, giving high fives, smiling for the fans. It's pretty much the standard post-game routine.
But then, right in the middle of all that noise and chaos, something just stops her cold. She spots something, or really someone, in the crowd that makes the whole world just pause for a second. And this is who she saw. On one side, you've got Carson Pickett, a pro athlete at the top of her game, and on the other, Joseph Tidd, who's just a little toddler. And from that very first look, they had this incredible, unspoken connection. Both of them were born without a left forearm. It was like Carson was looking at a tiny reflection of herself. So that one look, that one moment of recognition, well, it leads to the real heart of this whole story, the meeting itself. Carson just walks right over to the barrier, no hesitation. She just smiles, points to her arm, and says this, so simply and so genuinely, "We have the same arm." You can imagine little Joseph being held by his dad. He looks a little shy at first, but then his entire face just lights up. He reaches out his small arm, and Carson reaches out hers, and they have this perfect little moment. And right then, Joseph's mom just starts to cry. But why the tears? Well, these weren't tears of sadness, not at all. They were tears of pure, overwhelming relief. See, Joseph's parents didn't just bring him to a soccer match for fun. They came with a mission. They wanted their son to see a role model, someone just like him, out there, successful, celebrated, and completely confident. And this meeting, it was more than they ever could have hoped for. And of course, a moment this powerful doesn't just stay in a stadium. This next part is all about what happened when a single picture captured it all and sent it out into the world. Someone luckily snapped a photo, and what they captured was so much more than an athlete and a fan. It became this universal message, a visual that shouted to anyone who saw it, "You are not alone." And this is where you really see the amazing ripple effect. That one photo, taken in that one stadium, just explodes online. It gets shared by parents everywhere, it's seen by other kids with limb differences, and for so many of them, it was the first time they felt truly, deeply seen. It created this huge global moment of connection. But here's the thing, this wasn't just some flash-in-the-pan viral moment. No, the impact was so much deeper and more lasting than that for everyone involved. And what's really amazing is that the inspiration actually went both ways. Carson later said that meeting Joseph changed her too. He wasn't just some kid she inspired, he was a role model that inspired her. Their bond became something so much bigger than just one game. You know, this whole story is the perfect example of what people mean when they talk about representation. It's not just some nice-to-have thing, it's a basic human need. It's that feeling you get when you see someone who looks like you, who shares your experience, and who is absolutely thriving. It sends a message that you belong, and that for you, anything is possible. So, as we start to wrap this up, what's the big lesson here? What can we really take away from this incredible story? I want to leave you with this powerful question to really think about. Because of that one photo, that one moment of connection, just how many kids around the world went to sleep that night feeling a little less different, a little more understood, and a little bit kinder to themselves? I mean, the takeaway is just huge, isn't it? It shows us that one single word can build someone's confidence for a lifetime. That one look of acceptance can literally change a person's life. And maybe the biggest reminder of all is to always keep an eye out for the person who needs to feel seen. And that's really the bottom line. A handshake, a smile, a few simple words. This story is all the proof you need that you should never, ever underestimate the power of a small gesture. It just might change someone's world.